here at one of my basins that I mow, and I've done videos on this before. There's a sidewalk. I've been trying to clear water and ice. This grove here, stretching out in front of me for about 100 yards, has all these trees which are kind of planted in rows, but in between them is all this mess. All these little trees that have sprouted up. And what happens is somebody doesn't mow, and then the weeds grow, and the weeds get big, and the weeds turn into trees, and the trees grow. Next thing you know, you got a whole bunch more trees. So I came in here and knocked all this crap out of there, and I'm going to continue to do that all the way down there and clean it up so it's easier for me to go crossways in the mower instead of vertical. Like if you look center screen, you'll see a lane that goes straight up, and that crosses a little, it's not a brook, but it's a drainage ditch. And then there's another set of trees over there that's much less clogged up that I've already trimmed. So I've got a lot of work here. It's going to keep at it, pulling all the crap out from between the trees and getting all the branches up higher that hit my cab. And this is kind of the before situation. Hopefully I'll do a little bit afterwards to show the difference. So this is a side view of that, and you can see right here, there is branches laying there right now, but they're not connected to anything. So when I drag those out of there with a bucket, and I'll be able to run the mower straight through this way, through those next set of trees. Up until now, I haven't been able to go through everything sideways. Obviously this is too narrow, and that's too narrow, but that would be wide enough if you know, all that crap wasn't there. So I was going through there, going through there, going through there, but only this direction. Now I'll be able to go crossways and clean everything up. And as you can see down here, all this little stuff is going to go, and then just those two trees there will remain when it's done. It'll be much cleaner. A lot of branches that hit my cab. Here's another place down here where this stuff has got to go, and it looks a little tight, but I might be able to get the tractor through here once all the crap is cleared out. And there's a really big one right here, and I'll definitely be able to get through at least this way. And this is going to get thinned out a great deal, so that currently I can only get the tractor through here, and I have to back the deck up from this side and then in from this side, and I'll be able to go straight through here. I'll elevate all these branches here, and I'll have a whole lane. I can just, as you can see here, lane on the left, lane on the right. This is what stops me here from going through the lane straight all the way down. So I'll be able to fix that. And then there's a third lane here, which also will be clear. So I got quite a bit to do, but it'll all look nice, and it'll make it easier on my tractor, and it'll make it easier on me because I'll be able to get the grass that grows in between much closer to the trees, and hopefully none of this stuff will regrow for quite a while. And then of course everything all along around that side is done, and I still have to do all this stuff that hangs over the trail by the truck. I do the grass on the other side of the asphalt up to the retaining walls and fences, and there's a lot of stuff that hangs over, and I got to do that as well. So still a while to go here, but getting this one done. Okay, smokers chugging people. So my coworker Kevin and I came out here, and you can see these are the lanes. This is a follow-up day. This is probably, I don't know, a week, 10 days after the original videos I shot. You can tell the weather's different. But wow, look at that lane. And if you remember, this section right here was all full of like a pine tree and a bunch bunch of branches that came right down on the ground, and I mentioned I had to back up from either side to clear it out. And now you can see the lane all the way to the end. So about halfway down that lane is where the drainage ditch comes out. But I can actually drive this now. There's a little bit of cleanup we have left to do at the very end there, but we decided to stop here for the day. So we got all the crap from in between these trees. You remember there was giant piles of vines and all kinds of whatnot. And I've been trying to cut these vines, at least a chunk out of them, so that they don't kill these trees. And this little pile of 3 trees here, used to be 5. And maybe it'll make more sense if I come from this side. So the shot that I had last time, there were these 3 trees here, and there are 2 more here that were dead. There was one really dead one and one with a folded top. And then this is that whole pine area where everything was just right down on the ground. So now it's all wide open. Got a lot done today, made big huge piles, and I'll put in a still photo of what my coworker took of me with a giant pile of stuff sticking out of my bucket. So it's starting to shape up. We're almost done with this location. A few little touch-up things. Oh, and one of my other locations I had to do was right along on the other side of the pathway here. There's a whole bunch of brush and those trees were overhanging. And apparently the resident had his landscaper take care of that. So I was really thrilled to see that today. That's a lot of work I don't have to do. I just got to keep mowing it right up to that little retention wall. Everything's good.